Hello viewer, Pretty Ninja Andy here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in these series of videos I decided I want to try and catalogue as many cars across multiple sims as possible and basically create a Top Gear kind of wall of legends, if you will. So to do this, I will first talk about my equipment. My equipment is fairly basic. I have a playseat, a fold-up one, not a hard one, with the Thrustmaster's TMX Pro racing wheel, which is very good, as well as the Oculus Quest 2 to make things in VR. And that's a key point I would like to make about all of my catalogues, is that I'll be trying to do all of them in VR, not flat screen, not triple screen, in car, give you full-blown experience. There are some great VR YouTube channels out there, so I highly recommend that you go and have a look. But in the case of myself, I'll try and talk you through what it actually feels like to be in the car, whether you feel like you're riding low or riding high, and just kind of the overall aesthetic and immersion, if you will, of what the car actually feels like. Then, as you can see on screen, we'll be taking them for a few laps around Imola. The rules are pretty simple. I'll be doing 2 out laps just to get the tyres warm, depending on the game, because that is such a mechanic. And then there'll be 3 hot laps. Now, I could get them wrong across all 3 hot laps, but I'll be taking the fastest one, putting it into the database alongside what would be an optimal time if possible. So in this video we will be taking a look at HillClimb Icons, starting off with the Judd V8. But as you can see in the bottom right corner, when I was recording this, I was a bit of an idiot and I left the Steam VR up. So we've got a special guest today, Nigel Mansell. So Nigel Mansell is going to help us out with that situation. He's a very good steward. So as we jump on board with the Judd V8, coming down the hill to start our flying lap, to give you a bit of quick description what's like inside the car, the ride height is pretty decent. You've got a nice clear view of your apexes compared to the prototype 1 cars that we had. And yeah, as we cross the line now to start our flying lap, we are currently doing 280k. So it's a very nippy car, and in fact it's got a very good aero package as we go into the first corner. Being a little bit cautious there, because there is a little bit of understeer in this car. Not too much, but there is a bit. Going a tiny bit wide on exit there, but it's not really stopping us. Braking early into the second set of S's. Into the hairpin. You can see that's a nice stable car. It's very easy to light up the back wheels though, so very steady on the accelerator as we go up the hill. Now this, in theory, in this sort of car should be a 3rd or a 4th gear. I think I do it in 4th. Yeah, we managed to do it in 4th. Not quite running out. We just managed to keep a tyre on the right side of the white line. Coming down to the bottom of the hill, keeping it nice and stable again. It's very easy to spin the car out there. Now climbing up to the slowest part of the track, early on the brakes as soon as we hit the curb, keep it nice and straight so we can get a nice smooth clean exit out. There we go. Coming up to probably the most difficult braking zone at Imola. Down the hill. Straight on the brakes the moment the car's straight, because the brakes in these cars are quite soft. They don't stop you straight away. Keeping it in 2nd gear just so I make sure that I hit that apex. Probably could have taken a little bit more speed around there. And yeah, pretty good flying lap, nice and clean, with 132.899. So as we look at the sector times for the Judd V8, we can see that the previous lap we had our best sector 1, with sector 2 and 3 being the fastest in that particular lap, with a optimal time of a 1 minute 32.768. So very respectable. In fact, that's actually quicker than 2 of the prototypes. So it's a very fast car. Next up is the Carlson. Now this car, again, interior wise, not a lot going on. Different car noise. I feel like this car is a little bit quicker in a straight line, but it has a lot of understeer. It is very slidey at the front. There isn't as much grip on the Judd V8. I'm already shaking my head because I know that this car is going to be a little bit of a handful. But luckily, if you're good in a touring car, that's where this kind of helps out. Touring cars are obviously quite front wheel drive, as well as tend to have a bit of understeer. So we're in 3rd, and you can see the understeer is quite evident just here. Look at that, I'm turning in quite a bit, but the car is just not quite following it. So yeah, keep it pinned down to the second set of S's. Nice and clean now. You can eat quite a lot of curb with these cars. It's quite fun. Our Sector 1 is not a purple. So we can see that we were 1/10 down there. But believe it or not, that Sector 1 is 1.3 tenths faster than the Judd V8. So far the Carlson, even though it's got quite a bit of understeer, we are currently a little bit quicker in it. We can see that we've taken a lot more speed through that sector of the circuit, and it's a lot more smoother on exit. So the understeer kind of helping me out a little bit there. Early on the brakes again, keep a nice and straight line through the chicane so we can get optimal speed out. So again, we've got a purple, oh no, not again, sorry. We've got our first purple sector of this lap in Sector 2, which is 2 tenths faster than the V8, Judd V8. So coming to the penultimate corners. Keeping it in second gear just because that understeer is quite vicious. Using a bit more of the track there. Keeping an eye on where I need to take the car to go. So as we cross the line with a 1:32.489. So that is an incredibly fast lap. And if we take a look at our car leaderboard, here you go. So this is what I'm actually putting together now. We can see that the Carlson V8 is actually the second fastest overall of all the cars I've done. You can see that I've also done Prototype 2s and the CR1 Cup. But the fact that the HillClimb Icons are only, well, split the P1 prototypes just goes to show how much speed these cars actually have, and how absolutely crazy they were. The Carlson has an optimal time of a 1:32.363, which then only puts it 3 tenths slower than the DMD P20 in P1, current P1, shall we say, which is just insane. So as you can see, we've got some more videos coming up very, very soon. We've got the Prototype 2s, the P2s, and the ZR1 Cup, as well as a few more others that I'm going to be doing very shortly. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let me know who you would like the next guest to be, to help cover the VR one, because yes, I did record these on the block, and yes, they are all there. But until next time, look after yourself, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.